Welcome to Madhu's English Academy. This video is for class 8 students. Today we are going to learn the poem The Ant and the Cricket, adapted from Aesop's Fables. A fable is a short story in which animals behave like humans and convey a message. The Ant and the Cricket is a story of two insects, a cricket and an ant. The cricket is a silly creature and does not care about the future and keeps enjoying the whole summer season instead of collecting food for the winter. But the ant is a wise creature. It gathers food for itself during summer. Are you ready to listen to the story of the ant and the cricket? Come, let's go. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that, at home, his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? Before plunging into the lesson, let us learn the new words. Accustomed to sing means used to sing. The cricket was used to sing. Gay means happy and enjoyable. Crumbs, pieces. The cricket was young and silly. He was accustomed to sing. That means he was used to sing. He sang through the warm, sunny and happy months of summer and spring. Later, when it was winter, he began to complain because he found that at home his cupboard was empty. He could neither find flower nor a leaf on the trees. He became very sad and he worried, oh, what will become of me? At last, by starvation and famine, made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Let us learn the meanings for the hard words. Starvation, suffering or death caused by lack of food. Famine, extreme scarcity of food. Miser, a person who is rich but spends less. Shelter, a place to live. The terrible suffering caused due to the starvation and famine made this cricket little courageous. So he decided something. He decided to go to the ant. How did he go? It was terrible winter. So when he went, he was dripping with wet and trembling with cold all over. He went to the ant. This ant was a miser. Who is a miser? A miser is a person who is rich but does not want to spend money. He went to the ant to check if the ant would help him to be alive, if the ant would grant him some shelter from rain, and if he could give him a mouthful of grain. The cricket said to the ant that he had visited only to borrow some grain and he would repay whatever he borrowed tomorrow. Tomorrow means the following day or the next day. He just wanted to stay alive and not die out of starvation. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? The ant told the cricket that ants were always friend to the crickets, but they had a policy. What was it? Ants never borrow and ants never lend too. But he asked the cricket a question. The question was, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Did you not collect anything when the weather was warm during the summer season? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. quoth the cricket. Quoth means said. The cricket said, not I. He said that he did not collect anything because his heart was so light. Why? Because the nature looked gay, the nature looked enjoyable. So he kept singing day and night. Now the ant speaks. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. The ant says, so all through the summer you were singing, so all through the winter you go and keep dancing. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket. Hastily lifted the wicket means ended the conversation, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. He closed the door, leaving the poor little cricket outside. That was the end of the story, children. The last two lines are the concluding lines of the poem. They are the poet's opinion. Let us see. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. So the poet says that folks call this a fable. Folks means people. People call this as an imaginary story. I'll warrant it true. But the poet says that it is not a fable but it is a true story. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. He says that some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. What does it mean? Crickets actually have 4 legs. Then what are the 2-legged ones? He says about human beings. Human beings, we postpone our work to do it later and later repent for the loss of time. Children, don't postpone your work for the next day. Try to do it on the same day. That is what the moral we learn from the story. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel, like the video and to share it with your friends. Until then, it's thank you and bye-bye from Madhu's English Academy.